like you don't want this dog.
All right, we're live. All right, let me pull up my notes here real quick.
Hello.
So before I get into my notes as far as what happened last game, I did want to make one change. Not change. Yeah, kind of a change. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but Eric, I made a change to Glurch because I know you're starting to get a little hesitant about using him more. So what I did, if you look in his notes, I'm giving him the ability to use the Fire Bolt cantrip.
Whoa, cool.
But I'm calling it. I think I actually called it Hurl Firebolt or Firebolt Hurl or something like that. So basically, what Glurch can do, it still is going to require you to bonus action tell him what to do as per usual. But at least now he has a ranged spell, and it's going to be based off from his charisma.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, it's not super great. It's only a +2. But I figured it made sense considering the fact that your charisma-based character, he might as well be if he's a spellcaster.
Sure. Should I just can I add that spell to my list?
Yeah, that'll work.
I have it in front of me.
That's fine. That'll work. But essentially, essentially, Firebolt is a D10. It's a ranged attack spell, so you'll be able to get to shoot it twice as Glurch to try to make up for the damage that you would have been dealing with the 1d4 slashing damage or whatever it was, and the poison damage that he does. So you kind of have a this or that situation. So cool. I'm allowing him to keep the poison ability because I know you were kind of like on the fence about liking it or not liking it, considering we're getting higher in levels and he's dying a lot easier now.
Yeah, I was kind of leaning more towards like help actions here and there and recon stuff. But if I got a way to have him huck some fire, that sounds cool as hell.
Yeah. It kind of makes sense to me where he is an imp, he's coming from the hellscapes and whatnot. He should be able to hurl firebolts.
I love it.
So I kind of milled it over, and I tried coming up with something that seemed about as fair as an equal to the damage that you were doing with the poison ability, where the poison ability was like a D4 plus modifier, and then 3d6, so approximately 20-ish damage max, which is about what you're going to do with this. Cool. So you'll still be able to use your charisma modifier. I'm going to say charisma modifier for both attack and damage. So you don't typically get the charisma modifiers or the modifiers in general
so he
on
kind
cantrips.
of like benefits from my agonizing blast. More or less,
kind of, yeah.
Essentially,
where you get to use your modifier. Yeah, exactly.
That's sweet. Cool.
So I was trying to keep him thematic with your warlock.
Sweet.
So to me, that just made sense. I mean, if you want to try it out and you decide you don't really care for that, then we can look at something else instead. But I wanted to try to keep it in a more of a cantrip-ish.
Yeah, totally makes that. Yeah, that's huge. Honestly,
yeah,
that's great. I love that.
Also, too, because it's still an attack spell, him out of invisibility. Your physical attacks. Just the only difference is now he can just be floating somewhere else, kind of out of the way.
Right.
And Firebolt, I believe, has like a 30-foot or 60-foot range. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, I don't think it's on my spell list, so I can't really add it. But I can just pull it up on D&D Beyond. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah,
these are a little bit different.
I might be able to add it to your spell list later. I just didn't want to be confusing on why you had a Firebolt cantrip and thinking that you could use it as your character. That's why I didn't put it on.
It's just fire damage.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Normally the range for Firebolt is 120 feet.
Oh, okay, 120 feet. Perfect. There you go.
We can call it whatever you want to do.
No, that's fine. Well, I don't want to modify Firebolt too much, so we're just basically saying that he can shoot 2 motes of Firebolt in one action. And then we're going to say that it's basically just like your Eldritch Blast, where you can choose the separate targets. You can put it all on one target if you want. I don't really care.
Sure.
You get a D10 plus modifier hit points to throw at something, as long as you hit. All right. Yeah. So other than that, did you end up making your change? Okay, good.
So when I leveled up Sarah, I helped her level up, but I took a feat that was it's been like a month and a half now.
Okay.
So she got it was some slashing feat. Let me see what the
I keep my feet and I slash.
she gets claws on her feet now.
Awesome.
Slasher. So down at the bottom, it's Natasha's one. So whenever she deals slashing damage, she can reduce a creature's speed. Oh, okay. So it increased her strength or dex by 1. I think she increased her strength by 1. And once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals slashing, you can reduce the speed of the target by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. And when she crits, you grievously wounded until the start of your next turn. The target has disadvantage on all attack rolls.
So I slash their feet. It's like their slipper.
Oh, I think she got a +1 to dexterity, so she
You get a chance to wound a creature on a critical hit.
So if you go to her features and traits, it's down at the very bottom.
Yeah, they give you a very, very plain version of it. So I had to click on the.
If you click on it, it'll pull it up.
Increase your dexterity, strength or dexterity by 1 to maximum of 20. Once per turn, you can hit a creature with an attack that deals slashing damage. You can reduce the speed of the target to 10 feet to the next turn. When you score a critical hit that deals slashing damage, the creature wounded until the start of your next turn. Oh, disadvantage on attack rolls. Oh, okay. So that's what it means by grievously wounded.
Yeah. So we kind of figured where she's most of the time just like triple punching with the claws.
Yeah.
If you reckless attacks, that's 6 d20s chance of critting.
True. Yep.
But if not, it's still 3, which is pretty decent.
Yep.
But
yeah, no, that's
just so you're aware
decent.
that I think I just took the ASI or whatever.
Yeah, the points.
Because I figured that
points for her would have been good too, to be honest, because she is a 16, 16, 16. Holy Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My strengths are not knowing things. My strengths are
smash.
Well, it's not so much.
My job is only smash.
Right. Yeah, and it's not so much. I mean, ASI would have. Well, did you? Oh, is it 16 because you put the extra point into strength or dex?
Into dex, so that upped her armor class 1.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Otherwise, she would have gotten the +1 to strength, but it's in like more thematic and.
And then we don't get another bump until level 12. I'm thinking. I don't know how much longer we're going to go with this, but I'm thinking this might cap out close to level 12. I think.
Okay.
Because I'll be honest, I mean, even with the improved Strahd that I have, when you guys hit level 12, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to handle him famously. Especially after this last combat, because I was like, it might be rough. Yeah, the whole hags. I was like, it might be rough on them, and it started off kind of rough, but you guys figured rebounded easily. Not yet.
I think we just ended it just like they're covered in blood.
Yeah.
Good night.
Time to get my child in bathtub.
It's moisture.
All right. Let me get through the notes, and then we'll start the game.
The question you just asked, we haven't had just had a night's sleep or anything like that.
Yeah,
You're
I'm still at like half hit points
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
So I thought we
I think
ended
that was the
last
first
time.
time I got hit in like over a year.
What's that?
Same here.
Felix. I thought we ended last time with naps. No.
Nope.
Oh.
No, that was the time
We
before.
just talked about it. Oh, that was.
Yep.
Child's name is Felix.
Hence the reason why I didn't give that to you from the beginning.
Wait.
It would have been a dead giveaway.
The windmill was called the BoneGrinder.
Yeah.
Little bit longer.
let's see.
We
well,
do now.
Yeah, you kind of do now.
We should do a rebrand.
Mark was at one point turned into a mouse, and Sarian was put to sleep by a high level spell.
Great idea. Great idea.
Mouse Mark found himself a comfort spot in the folds of Sarian's clothes.
Oh yeah, the picture I made.
Oh. The what do we call it? The get along shirt.
Yeah. A few lightning spells were slung, hit a few of the members. Marlith went down. Lamont attempted and was pretty successful at a thunder fart.
Waluigi time.
Sarian was awakened just before the last lightning spell. Due to that lightning spell, Mark was popped out of polymorph, to which now both of you had taken the space and shared the clothing.
The get along shirt.
Yep. You guys together, combining your attacks, which actually was actually role play moment, role play / combat moment.
When we got along.
Yep. So speaking of which, I don't know if you have one right now or not, but take an inspiration for that because it was a good combination of collaboration between the two of you. So we'll tell Mark or Brandon next time that he has inspiration if he doesn't still already have it. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of tempted to maybe change the inspiration system a little bit. I'm not really sure yet. I've kind of ran into something that seems maybe a little more beneficial when it comes to inspiration, but that's neither here nor there for right now.
We did good.
Let's see. Morgantha. Morgantha was burned alive by Sunny's burning hands or flaming.
Have you heard of burning hands?
And then shortly after, Bella and Ophelia were also killed, finishing the combat for that night. You managed to look around a little bit, found a little bit of gear, some gold in the form of like cheap jewelry. Were in the top of the tower. Myrtle and Freak. You renamed them to Murdy and Freddy. They got to return the kids.
But they're ours right now.
Are they from an orphanage?
Yeah, they're from the orphanage. So originally you were sent here by Milovaj to rescue these children so that he would give you the information as far as where the bones for St. Angela's Church went.
I feel like that would not be
Oh yeah,
good
I mean,
for our cause.
there are two different locations anyway, but yeah. Other than that, on that same floor, you had found a journal that was essentially, it was essentially a journal of the kidnapped children that have been through the BoneGrinder. Dates, so forth, when made, and so on. That's kind of where we left off. Afterwards, we just kind of had a general conversation as far as where things were. But anyhow, You guys are all, I believe, on. There you go. So one was probably from your new thing. Okay. Cool.
Does that save someone from dying?
Yes.
I might need that.
Well, this one,
And then
the
it's a decent
action
chunk of time in
is
combat.
just you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points.
It's true. It's 6.
Bonus action too. Doesn't give a time.
Click on the spell. It might give more information.
Spell.
Isn't it a spell for ability? Spare the dying. Hang on. I'll go check it out myself. Pretty sure. Oh, there we go. 2/2/2. Sarian. Nope. Marlith. Or maybe I'm thinking of another spell. No, I'm pretty sure it's Spare the Dying. Hit point, it just makes it so they don't die.
It says the creature returns to life with 1 hit point,
Oh, really?
but it does have to be within the last minute.
Oh, okay. Then maybe Revivify is something else then. Maybe Revivify is 10 minutes.
That's using part of the diamond I got.
Yeah, so, yeah,
Do I not have the diamond anymore?
you should.
I didn't know
I-
if Brandon did.
No. Nobody died last round. You were the only one that was close to death. Nobody else was as
We
close
thought
as you
about
were.
reviving pies, but we
Think of all the people that are going to go into withdrawal tonight. For the
Well.
pies.
Right?
Winners don't do drugs.
have it, folks.
Natural consequences.
All right, so I'll leave it to you.
Being pies.
Okay.
On it.
So you-
you one thing I ain't eating them.
They smell really fucking delicious, though. All right, so you make your way back down to the first level of the bone grinder, where the pies are typically baked and prepped and so on and so forth. On the countertop, workbench, whatever you want to call it, the table where they prepare all the stuff. You find a couple, there's like baker's racks and so on and so forth that has already, finished pies that are ready to be cooked, some that are, still needing to be covered, so on and so forth, in various different stages. I mean, these women are pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like industrial. Like they have a system down, where they work together and they get things done in a quick pace. Anyway, on the table, somebody want to just give me a perception check?
9.
9.
Everyone?
No.
14.
What is this?
Perception. Add plus 3.
18. Mine was plus 7.
So, who had the highest? Sorry.
18.
So Sarah, and you actually hear like little scratching sounds coming from the table. Want to take a look?
Brenda?
Is it Brandon? Is he still a mouse?
Oh, right. Brandon, not Brenda.
I don't think it is.
Mouse?
I don't think he's still a
No,
mouse.
he's not. We just did a buddy up kick. Nice.
Anyway, so you want to go check out
Right.
go ahead and roll investigation for me, if you wouldn't mind. Trying to figure out where you're hearing this little scratching
Can
sound
I
coming from.
help her out with investigation?
I don't know, did you say anything to him?
Yeah. I didn't really say anything. I'm more just like
Yeah.
Look!
Sure.
I'm more
Sure.
just like grunted and
Alright,
like
you get advantage.
Great.
You still have -1. 17.
17.
So you look, and there's a tome, if you will, a fairly sizable book. And you open this book, and the pages are full of notes and so on and so forth of like dealing, say like you keep seeing like Castle Ravenloft. You see not so familiar name.
Like business expenses, and is it like a ledger?
No, not necessarily. No. Hang on. But you do see occasionally a name pop up of Cyrus Bellevue. And essentially you start kind of triggering in and reading a little closer as far as what's being said in the book. And you get the assumption that this Cyrus is a single word that's being scratched in. Yeah. So, I mean, that's where the sound is coming from, anyways. But you're getting the idea that this possibly might be somebody inside Castle Ravenloft that might be spying